This is Roger with Wheel Kinetics in Tucson, Arizona. We're selling this truck as a 2002 Ford F350 crew cab dual rear wheel. It's a 7.3 turbo diesel, four-wheel drive, and it's a Lariat, which is leather. It has 158,500 miles. It was a theft recovery purchased directly from an insurance company in San Antonio, Texas. It's on a salvage title due to theft, not collision, not fire, not flood. Just lawyers. If you watch the little 3-minute animated video that we have with our salvage theft recoveries, you'll see how it works exactly. But basically, the lawyers for the insurance companies recover these, the cops get them back to them, and they sell them to us, we sell them to you. You have more money than, or they have more money than us, the insurance companies do. So you kill yourself, an attorney finds out that they sell it on a clean title, that implies some sort of guarantee somehow, and then they go after the insurance company and not me. Okay, so the salvage title is how they lawsuit proof themselves from this deal. Anyway, let's see. When we get it into Tucson, we do about a 2-hour inspection. During that inspection, we drive it, check fluids, put it in the air, take the wheels off, do measurements, the whole bit. Whatever we find out, we tell you. Okay? Whatever we fix, we tell you. Whatever we don't fix, we tell you. In this case, we brought a new hood and we painted it. I don't know if you can see there'll be 4 before pictures. You'll be able to see how it looked before we even picked it up. The hood is worse in person than it was in the pictures. This thing was driven through a chain link fence, and we've seen this a million times with theft recoveries. These little scratches that were touched up here. We didn't change any of the fender. We just did the hood because it was terrible. They also broke all the lights up on top, so those are all brand new. But you can see some of the scratches on the roof. Obviously, you'd have to be 7 feet tall to care about that. There's a couple little dings in the fenders on both sides. But other than that, it looks good. The tires all the way around on the fronts are about 80 or 90% tread. On the rear outsides, they're probably 70, 60 or 70%, I think is what I saw. And then on the insides, they're a little bit more worn. I think somebody flipped the outsides to the insides recently, because the outsides always wear more than the insides. Little ding here, scratch here. And this is where most of the scratches happen that we didn't get fixed. Like I said, all we did was the hood. Trying to keep the price down, keep it affordable. You know, this is a Lariat 7.3 4x4, and we sell these things all the time. This thing is going to get extreme attention because it's under 200,000 miles, and because it's a dually, and because it's a Lariat, and it's a 7.3, and we're selling it. People have come to know that we're not going to BS them. Whatever we know, we will tell you. Doesn't mean the truck's not going to blow an injector a week after you get it, and you know, if you bought it today and a week later the air conditioning could blow up. We don't know, but we give you everything we know right now. There's absolutely no upside in not telling you what we know, because inevitably, if there's something wrong and we tell the public, the person who is able to deal with that problem will buy the vehicle, whether it's a paint issue or a mechanical issue. You know, whatever. There's a part in somebody's yard that'll fit this thing perfectly. It always works out if we're completely transparent. Anyway, the outside tires, like I said, usually the inside tires are the worn or are the least worn, and the outside on this one are. So I would say he just switched them recently. There was a cut in this panel right here. I don't know if you can see that or not. It was put back together. I don't know how long that'll hold, but it goes from right here to here. Fiberglass behind it would fix it permanently. Down here also. When we got it in, I will tell you what we've done to it already besides the hood. I got my little list here, I almost forgot to read it to you. Let's see, hood and paint, hood and paint hood, battery, front brake pads, driver door lock, and cylinder. This is how they broke into the car, obviously. Air filter, and both side mirrors. When they go through a fence, the side mirrors get caught on the fence, and that's what happens. And generally what it does is it blows it away from the car, and that's why you don't get it all the way down the side. It's always just on the front, from the fenders forward. Also, I just want to remind people that on those big steel metal bumpers, when you crash this thing, if you crash it, God forbid, there's an excellent chance that the airbags will not deploy because you got so much metal in front of them. Okay? So, if you want to make sure the airbags deploy, you should put get a regular bumper and put it back on. That's how you do that. This thing is a battering ram, and it'll protect the crush zones. So we just like to tell people that just in case they don't know. All right, there's a Ford stamp right there. New battery on this side. There's a Ford stamp there. Stickers where they all belong. There's your Ford stamp there. And there's your Ford stamp there. Got your keys. And your power strip motor. There you go. We're going to look at the back seat. We're going to check all the windows. Make sure all the switches work. That's the passenger rear door switch. Nothing to report there. No news is good news. There's the window. There's the locks. Back. Forward. Let's go back again. There you go. Down. Let's go all the way up. And then we'll go down again. Up. Down. Let's see. Tilt up. Tilt down. Front seat tilt up and down. A little bit of wear right here, but nothing really too bad. Oh, I know what we were going to say. This is the wrong color. This piece was stolen. This little trim piece was stolen. We have the correct color coming in. We just took it off another truck because it really looked ugly underneath there. But we have the right color coming in, and we're just going to switch it out with that truck. And they stole the dome light and the light bulbs, which is par for the course. It's easier to be a thief when it's dark. All right. This is the driver rear window. Let's look at the roof real quick. I don't want to have any surprises here. Just wanted to let you know. They broke all these. These are all the lights on the roof are brand new. You can see how it works. Let's see, passenger front. There's the locks. There you go. Seat back, forward, seat up, seat down, tilt up, tilt down, tilt. Let's go to the back of the seat up, down. There you go. All right. Do not know what that's for. Seats look excellent. Tilt wheel, let's try that. Yep, that works fine. All right, let's see. Seatbelt on. I mean, this does work, but as you can see, this is the wrong color. We just took it out of the, there's a teal blue one over there that we took it out of. That I just didn't like the way it looked. It just showed all the guts and stuff, and didn't want you to have to imagine too much.
I was gonna keep it real like cheap. Gently.
Radio work, CD player, the old school cassette, cup holder. Let's see. There's the overdrive off and on. We move it forward a little bit so I don't back into anything here. It's always a good surprise. You take your gigantic dually with a bashing bumper and bash into your BMW that's sitting behind it. That's 4 low. Now we're in 4 low. Drive. And reverse. And neutral. 4 high. And that's drive. And that's reverse. Perfect. There's a big boy. Neutral. But it's a 2-wheel drive. All right, if you come to Tucson to drive it, obviously you need plates and insurance. You cannot do that with a salvage title. So we will take it before you get here, or before it ships out if you wish. We will take it to motor vehicles, to the police. They do a level 3 inspection. Then we can get you a restored salvage title. Then if you want to come here and drive it home, you can. On a restored salvage title, we can get plates and you can get insurance. That's mandatory. We charge $200 to do that for you. That involves at least 2 or 3 hours of our time, and up to 10 hours depending on how busy the cops are that day. That's why we charge that. 50 goes to the state, 150 goes to us to cover a guy sitting there with it all day. When that happens, it really is not very much fun. They require us to stay with the vehicles. Let's see. Deposits. Please get your deposit in. Once we have a deposit, we have a deal. We'll put your name in a banner over the truck at wheelkinetics.com. Okay? Let's see. So if you come to Tucson, like I said, you're going to pay $200 to restore the title. You're going to pay a $250 dock fee, and you're going to pay taxes. Taxes here are 2% sales tax, city sales tax here in Tucson, plus whatever your state tax rate is. So if your state tax rate is like Alaska, a lot of our people fly down from Alaska, their state tax rate is 0. So they only pay 2%, $250 dock fee, and $200 to restore the title. If you pay by wire and ship, all you pay is the agreed upon price, and that is it. Nothing else. You deal with your tax man, your motor vehicle stuff when it gets to you. Once we receive full payment by wire, we will sign the title off to you. We will scan it into your online file, along with the, we'll scan the envelope that we mailed it to you in. You'll see the title that we got from the insurance company in your file. Everything that we have, you will have. We'll also have those 4 before pictures, what it looked like before we bought it. Well, this thing runs good. It's a lot of weight to get rolling in a couple hundred feet. So anyway, everything that we know, you'll know. The HD pictures, there's a little magnifying glass. You can click on that. You can magnify right in tight. I mean, it's like you're standing like 2 inches from it. So please use that tool. Last thing I say this about all these vehicles, whether it's the M3 that Dennis drives, or whether it's my Acura, or any of these vehicles, the H2, anything you see right there, anything we're selling, I say the same thing about. Ford knows, the engineers built it, they don't know what's going to happen after a certain number of years or miles, so they end the warranty at that point. If they don't know what's going to happen, there's no chance we could know. So please, if you're risk averse, if you don't like risk, please don't buy our vehicle. There is risk in buying anything used, whether it's a toaster or a lazy boy recliner or anything, okay? So please just recognize that. Don't be uninformed. Know what you're buying. If it shows up to you and a month from now it needs a injector, or it needs a windshield wiper motor or anything like that, go buy one. All right, it's yours. So please recognize that. You can buy a brand new Lariat dually for 4x4 for probably, I think they're somewhere between 60 and 70,000, and then you've got zero stress for 3 years and 36,000 miles. Just remember, when you're buying from us, you're saving a bunch of money. Some of that money might have to be used on a repair sooner or later. Okay? Thank you very much.